Hey, what's up guys, GDRC here, back in another video. So today I'm going to go change the shock oil out on the Maverick Flux XT. A lot of people told me to put I think 70K weight oil in the shock, so I'm going to go ahead and change that out today. Before I do that, I just want to give a big shout out to my boy Lyndon RC 215, guys. Lyndon RC 215 got me a cool sticker from his channel. Definitely going up on the sticker board. Just want to shout him out real quick. Check him out. Got some good content. Support him. And like I said, pretty cool dude, man. Got me some stickers. I'm gonna put it on the sticker board. All right, so go ahead. Jump right into the video. All right, so got the Maverick here, Flux XT. Drove it a couple days ago. Did pretty well, but I do know the suspension is pretty stiff on this guy. I mean, it's just pretty much, the back has a little bit of rebound, so the front is kind of gets stuck. But definitely want to just, try some different shock oils to see how it go. I mean, I have fun with it, but I definitely would like it to be a little softer from what it is. So go ahead and pull the shocks and change the oil out, guys. I'm gonna go with Traxxas 70 weight oil for now. I mean, it's hard trying to find oil around here these days, but I got some of these I'm gonna put in here. All right. And you go ahead and set up the shocks, set my little shock stand, and change some shock oil, guys. All right, so got my shock stand out. I use a ProTech shock stand. It's for 10 scale or 8 scale shocks. It's pretty cool. Has a little magnet in the front, little screws, like a little catch tray and all that. So got that to get the shocks going. So go ahead and start with the fronts. So it's a 2.0 bit Allen key. It's basically 2 screws, one up top here and one down here in the bottom, and then she'll be able to get the screw out, get the shock out. Let's go ahead and take that out. Right now it's in the bottom, it's at the outer hole, and on the top it looked to be on the second hole from the outside. Alright. So they put this magnet on the shock stand. So I'm gonna put the screws in there. And they are both, let's see, well, the top screw seemed to be a little bit longer than the bottom screw. Alright, so take note of that. Take the boot out. Press the spring back and you just pop the boot out. Alright, and then take your spring out. Alright, put this off here to the side, guys. Let's see what the shock doesn't compress all the way. See that? Alright. So we get the other shock off. We will go from there. Then we'll just change the shock oil out. Top one. And the bottom. The bottom screw is a little bit shorter than the top. Do the same, press the spring back so I can get the boot out, shock and boot. Alright, got those out. Let's see what this shock does. This one has a little bit more rebound than the other one. The other one pretty much just stayed. Alright. Okay, so let's see if I get the collar off. Alright, let's twist. that off. All right. I'll show you guys everything. All right, so it has like a little, you can see it, this little diaphragm, whatever, on the top. All right. Let's put the shock right here. Let it hold. Okay. All right. That's cool. I'm just looking at everything. All right. Do the second shock. And these shouldn't be super tight. Hand tight should be good, just like what's happening right here. All right. Let's pull this one off. Diaphragm there as well. Okay. Let's see, the oil is pretty much almost to the top. Put that there. All right, so now I'm going to dump the oil out of it. All right, so always have a little towel when we dump the oil on. Dump it out. Oil seems pretty thick. Try to get as much of it out as possible. Now, have the 70 weight oil. Let's get this to the side a little bit, guys. A little shock stand. You guys can see one of the screws are a little bit longer, so the longer one goes in the top and the shorter one goes in the bottom of the shocks. This is magnetic plate right here, so it holds the screws where it need to be. All right, so go ahead and empty the other shock out. I know it's not an exciting video, but hopefully it helps somebody out there, and definitely would like to change up the shock oil on this truck either way. So, and if the 70 doesn't work for me, at least in my area or my weather or whatever, I'll try other shock oils as well. So, but 70 is what I've been hearing. It's recommended by a lot of people that had them. So, give it a try, guys. Go ahead and put 70 weight shock oil in. I'm gonna fill it up, not all the way, put a little bit too much at once, but I'm gonna try to do halfway, and just try to let all the air bleed out of it. Now when you're bleeding the air out of the shock, you basically want to push the piston up and down slowly, but you don't want to make the piston go past the top or out of the oil, or you'll keep putting air into the oil. So just look at it nice and slow. I like to turn the shaft, the shock shaft a little bit while I do it. See if I get any air out of there. Now let it sit for a little bit as well. So I will cut the video and just let it sit for a while, do some other stuff, and come back and continue. Definitely let all the air come out. Give it some time to, let the air and everything come out of the shocks, guys. So that's the left shock, and then do the right shock. So I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit, guys. Give it time to let the air bubbles come up and do what it needs to do, and I'll get back to you guys once I let the bubbles come out. Alright, so shocks have been sitting and they're set up ready to go. Now I overfilled this shock here on the right just to show you guys what an overfilled shock is like, and it should not be overfilled. This one should be filled just right. So let me go ahead and put the shock back together and show you the difference between an overfilled shock and a properly filled shock. Alright. Again, you want to hand tight the caps. You don't want to over tighten. Alright. So this is a properly filled shock. Very little rebound. Alright. It has like an internal stopper, but that's fine. Okay. Now, this one is the overfilled shock. All right. See that? Too much rebound, guys. Way too much. Sometimes it probably won't even try to go in sometimes, but so you have a little bit too much shock oil in here. So we want to take a little bit out. And then we should be good to go, guys. Alright, nice and hand tight. See that? Pretty identical to the left shock. And that's that's pretty much it. Do that for the rear shock as well. And just do the reverse. Put the shock back in together, shock, put the spring, then you just kind of pull back like that with one hand, and you put the shock boot, and then you're pretty much back together, guys. See if I get it. There we go. There you go. Shock is back together. All right. Do the last one for the front. Flip it over. I kind of use one hand, two fingers. Put it in my palm and press down so I can expose the shaft, the shock shaft. Then I slide the boot. And then boom. Just like that, guys. Alright. Then like I said, you just install the shocks back onto the truck. Now, like I said, the top shock has the longer screw and the bottom of the shock has the shorter screw. Go ahead. Just do the reverse, guys. Do the reverse and you are back in business. I'll give the shock setup a try and see how it does. All right. Top one's in. Be a little stubborn, guys. See me struggle, put this bottom shock boot on. Here we go. Alright. And then for the last one. And that will be it for the front shocks. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rear shocks off camera. I mean, the same thing, just do it for the rear shocks. And like I said, look forward to that running video, the next running video. Maybe in a couple of days, supposed to get some more snow again for a few days in a row. Should be like 3 days of snow. So we'll see how that how that go. But definitely get it out there and right. See how it feel with the shock oil in there. And if I like it, cool. If not, we'll try some other oils. Alright. That's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and do the rear shock oils. And again, thanks for watching. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.